Good afternoon. 51,000 people die every year due to liver failure, making it the 12th ranking it the 12th most likely cause of death in the United States. And despite the significance of that, the options for treatment are very limited. Only approximately 9,000 transplants are performed annually due to a lack of supply, while over 5 million people in the United States have some level of liver disease. And with a timeline, a wait list of about 1.6 years for someone to wait for a transplant, patients simply don't have a lot of time. Our external liver device extends survival significantly. So a 24-hour treatment can extend someone's life for over a week, enabling them to go to recovery, their own liver recovering, or potentially to find a transplant that fits. The Mayo Clinic developed this device and tested it in large animal models, showing significant survival advantage compared to controls as well as a filter-only device. The secret behind the device is hepatocytes, the functional cell of the liver. And so the blood water is passed through a bed of hepatocytes. Those primary hepatocytes then remove ammonia and detoxify the blood. It also has a filter that filters out excess water. Current status, we have patents associated with this device. There is a preclinical prototype of the device that has been used in pigs, dogs, and non-human primates to show that survival advantage. And we are currently producing a GMP level device. We're raising $10 million in seed money, which will take us through the development of that device and bring us through our preclinical testing, enabling us to apply for a phase 1/2 trial. With 150,000 patients in the United States annually being hospitalized due to liver failure and approximately $100,000 per treatment, the total addressable market is $15 billion. We have the team that can bring it forward, and I'm thankful for the time today and ready to answer questions if you have any.
Thank you for the pitch.
Yeah.
Couple of different questions for you. I was looking into the competitive landscape.
Yeah.
A lot of movement here. I was looking at an organization by the name of Dialive in London that just had some first-in-human, a lot of success there. So I'm curious how you're going to win this competitive race because you're in animals now, and how you're going to drive adoption.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that particular company. This has been tried on multiple times by multiple companies, and the secret really is those companies try to use cells that are not primary cells. So they use immortalized cell lines or iPS-derived cell lines, and unfortunately, those cells don't function at the same level as what primary hepatocytes. Usually 1/10 to 1/100th of the metabolic activity of primary hepatocytes. And so the volume that's necessary to pass through or the cost associated with it is so significant that you wouldn't be able to do a treatment for $100,000.
Interesting. Yeah. So this one, the Dialive, was an albumin filtration process.
Okay.
And as I said, they had some success. And again, looking for that substitution. So how do you get the medical establishment to adopt, and how do you get over that hurdle of adoption?
Right. And so there's a significant need. So I think we're talking about two different things. So there is a need for albumin, no question, in someone in liver failure, but there is an ammonia buildup in the blood that really is what causes the problem. And our device actually removes that ammonia, converts it into urea, and metabolizes the other toxins that are in the blood. And so it serves really as an external liver, giving that person the ability to their own liver to recover over time or give them time to get to transplant.
I'll catch you afterwards. Thank you.
Sounds good.
So thank you for a very interesting presentation. I'm curious how much is needed to actually bring this to trial, because a $10 million seed round is a fairly large seed round.
Yeah. And so it's going to cost about $3 million to build the device. So the prototype device has been tested in large animal models. Those data have been presented to the FDA. The FDA has made it very clear they want to see a GMP grade device that can really be rolled in and out of an ICU unit, similar to what you see in kidney dialysis. And so it's about $3 million to build out that device. And then there's an optimization process going on with the hepatocytes as well. So you're looking at 2 years of optimization with the hepatocytes. Right now, all of the data that has been developed was developed in freshly harvested hepatocytes. That's really not a functional opportunity for a hospital. So what we're doing is cryopreserving those cells so that we have functional disposables that can be stored in a freezer and ready to go at the hospital setting. So those two combined is going to cost somewhere in that $6 million range. The rest of the cost is associated with operations.
So I have a question surrounding the exclusive supply agreement with Cytotherics and how that could impact you moving forward, and if you're looking to bring that capacity in-house.
Yeah, and so Cytotherics is actually a parent company of Ponte. It's got a bioincubator that allows for the expansion of human primary hepatocytes. Ponte can use human primary hepatocytes, and that would be the preferred. But all the testing to date's actually been done with porcine hepatocytes, which could be sourced from a high health herd as well. And so the agreement does allow for Ponte to bring in, has a license, can bring in and develop their own bioincubator to produce hepatocytes. It's probably going to you're talking about probably 10,000 bioincubators to fill the whole market. So it's a significant number, but not outrageous.
One last question. What do you think what is the long-term use model for this treatment? Is it like kidney dialysis, where they can just keep using it over a very long period of time, or is it's more short-term, or is that one of the key questions that you're going to be answering?
Yeah, and so with liver failure, essentially people will recover from liver failure or they'll pass away. So you don't have this longer-term issue. And so the liver, unlike any other organ, has the ability to regenerate. And so if you can give someone who even has 10 to 15% of liver function remaining, give them an extra 2 weeks to live, their own liver will actually recover. So there wouldn't need to be additional treatments, but it certainly could be used sequentially if necessary.